I don't know what to do because you're having like a moment.
I'm not. I'm like, honestly, can just move on from it. But like, I just hate people who think they're just too fucking good for shit.
It's not she's too good.
She has a fucking podcast. When you have a podcast, you're talked about. Your life's talked about. You guys talked about Moses and
Dude,
well before we did this podcast, you guys talked about us. Never once asked me anything.
No, it's because you always make the same comment about her. Because you okay, you know what? Leave it in.
No.
Every time
don't.
You go,
care.
why does Hila hate me? And she's like, I don't hate her. It's super annoying. Why does she keep saying that?
And
it's causing.
Text me? Like, just text me.
You.
Be like, hey, I don't hate you. You know what I mean? Like, but when she's like telling stuff about Moses.
Because I always say.
I don't care.
Yeah, we should cut this. Let's just move on.
No, but like in general, like I'm telling you now, like she needs to text me and just be like, hey, I don't hate you, you know? But it's like she's telling Moses like, oh, Trisha says this and that.
Okay, this is all off the record, but I think she's just really annoyed by the situation and she just needs some time.
What's the situation that I said
Not anything to do with you, with Moses.
What'd he do?
He like is always. Honestly, it has nothing to do with you.
Okay,
and I don't want to get in the middle of it.
So
but it's between him and her.
But she literally brought me up because I was like, we were watching TikTok and I saw the thing being like at 1 a.m. in the morning. She was like, what are you telling Trisha? Like, why is she saying this stuff on the podcast? Like, all this stuff.
Oh,
like,
yeah, because she was irritated because you were like, I'm not inviting mom. And she was like, dude, why? Like, my mom doesn't need to see that. And I know.
God.
But then but it's like, Moses, why are you telling her that you're not close to us and that you're not close to your mom and you're not inviting your mom to the wedding?
But you guys talked about Moses on the podcast well before we started this one.
But it's not true.
And he's not public. You guys were talking about him and shit.
So here it is. She's going all the way back to when she first started dating Moses, or they were hooking up, and Ethan and Hila were talking about it on the podcast. Oh, he wasn't a public figure and you guys were talking about it. Cry me a river.
Next day, the internet comes back up. We open our phones, open Twitter, and this is what we see.
Nobody message us. Your brother,
Nothing.
First of all, I have to tell you that I don't know what he's up to.
Right.
And
I don't know
this
anything.
isn't some inside joke. Like, look at the way he's looking at. So this is what Trisha posted. Look at his face. What is he doing? It's like he's goofing on us. Well, obviously, I immediately go to Moses and I'm like, dude, what the F is this? And he's so cryptic. Now, all of a sudden, he's not telling me what's up.
Yeah.
He's being super cryptic. And like he goes, oh yeah, we hung out a few times. And I go, and I keep pressing, and he will not give it up. So both of these people promised me to keep it 100 billion with me.
Yes, they promised.
But I'm most disappointed in your brother, Trisha. Whatever we serve at her pleasure. I mean, you don't know which personality is showing up on which day. I'm just happy when she comes in. So what exactly is he playing to? Also, I don't think that Trisha, she's not conniving. She just wants to fuck Moses. So is Moses playing Trisha and us?
Mm-hmm.
In some weird.
Mm-hmm.
What's he trying to get at? I think he likes her and he won't admit it.
Maybe.
I think your brother actually likes her and he's embarrassed to admit it, which is fine. By the way, I was like, look,
I don't know why he's embarrassed if that's the case.
Well, if they are dating or whatever, she's gonna be pissed when she watches this, so the truth is gonna come out. Because she's gonna be like, Moses, why are you embarrassed? Why don't you tell them that we're dating? And so now Moses is about to meet one of her nasty personalities that he didn't get yet. I will sabotage this relationship. I don't give a fuck. Because you both fucked us, and I don't give a shit right now. Trisha and Moses, Hila's brother, and Trisha Paytas, the saga continues.
Oh, yeah.
We're just going to have to get them on a call because this whole thing is just, it's irritating me. And your brother, I have to say, he's so unforthcoming with us that it's irking me. It really is irking me. Because he always goes, oh, it was just, it was the quarantine and my place got broken into and I didn't have anyone to stay with. And I was like, okay. But I know your brother's not like that. Your bro's like self-sufficient. He's not like, oh, can I stay with you? My place got broken into.
Right.
You know, he could stay with us.
Yeah.
You wanted to fuck Trisha. He won't just admit that. He won't just
Admit it.
tell me that he wants to fuck Trisha or that he likes her. And then he goes, it's over. And it's not even that I'm upset that they're together. I just want him to tell me what's happening.
Because first of all, Moses wanted to be on H3 to do The Bachelor. All right. So he was ready to expose everything about him on the podcast. And then he turns around and dates the most internet attention grabber that I've ever known in my entire life. And now you are complaining. Oh, why are you talking about Moses? He's not a public figure. Then why did you put Moses on your Instagram account within a minute of hooking up with him? Because he's a private figure. So why do you need to tell everybody who's on your feed, because you have millions, why did you feel the need to tell everybody who you're dating? You can't be disingenuous now and say, how dare you, Ethan, talk about us? You guys now both are public figures.
Whatever. It's so fake. And that's why H3 is not what it was, because you guys are fake as fuck and cut things out.
Okay,
And here it is again. She's attacking his business because she knows he don't like that.
you're like on a thing now. So.
I'm not. I just think it's so fake. It's so bullshit. It's like, oh, let's talk about everything
Hila
with your
asked
life.
not to be included, and I'm
Okay.
respecting her request.
Then I'm not talking about anything personal anymore.
Okay, then don't talk about anything. But you can't, Trisha. You have to. But I agree with you. Yeah, if you don't like how this goes and it's not working out, yeah, don't talk about anything. You don't owe Ethan your whole relationship on the show. Don't tell us what you're up to. Save it for your channel.
Okay.
I won't talk about Moses. I won't talk about me. Like, it's just whatever. Who cares?
Okay, now you're not going to talk about yourself. Okay, take the ball and go home. Fine.
Should we? Well,
Make it boring. Cut it. I didn't cut all of it. I literally couldn't care less. Let's just keep going.
why are you so upset?
It's just so bullshit. You guys are such bullshit. You guys are so fake, and it's like actually annoying.
Why is it fake that
people.
Hila doesn't want?
Because you're like, don't get in the middle of it, but then it's also I see that it's about me and that my name's brought up, and it's like, okay, if my name's being
It's
brought
not
up,
Really, Trisha, but how is it about you? Please, let us know more.
about you. It's between Hila and her brother. Why do you need to get involved in that dynamic? Just let them sort it out. How is that fake?
But now you're like, don't talk about Hila, even though we can talk about Moses, we can talk about everybody. We talk about
No,
like,
she
my
doesn't
family.
like that you every
You talk about
episode
my
we have the
sister
same
on
conversation.
OnlyFans.
You brought up OF with my sister.
I've heard there's a video of you on OnlyFans of you wrestling your sister topless with your mom in the referee.
First of all, we're not wrestling topless. We're in swimsuits. We're in like red swimsuits.
Why is it on OnlyFans though? That seems kind of fucked.
Yeah, because I think it's more like, well, for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
So are you
for it.
comfortable with people being off to you and your whole family? That seems odd.
Yeah. Why? I feel like that's a natural thing.
What do you want? You did OF with your sister. And he brought it up. I mean, if you don't want that to be discussed in public, why do it for the public? Why are we being shy now? It's just odd that she's upset that he brought it up.
We have the same conversation every episode where
I
you
didn't
say,
even bring her up
Hila
in a bad
doesn't
way.
like me.
I didn't even bring her up
Hila
in a bad
doesn't
way.
ever say hi to
I was
me.
like, hey, can we have her as a guest? And then you're like, cut all that, actually. She doesn't want to be talked about, period. Oh, okay, she's too good for this podcast. All right, cool. I don't give a fuck.
No, because I know she needs some time.
Okay, cool.
I'm away from all this.
Great.
And you go, I came in, you start off always by saying, I came in and Hila didn't greet me and she was super rude. And Hila's like, that's bullshit.
I totally didn't say that. When
You
did I
say
say
that
she
about
was
me
rude?
too. And she goes, that's bullshit. I'm always nice to her. I like her. The
Oh
whole
my
thing
God.
is
First of all,
stupid.
never
And
said
people
that
are
she
going to
was rude
start,
to
and
me. I
she's,
never said she was rude to me ever.
Trisha is right. Let me know if I'm wrong, but in the previous episodes before 13, she made it a point to, even though she said it's awkward around the house and she doesn't like the vibes and things like that, she directed it towards Ethan. And she never at once said, Hila did not greet me properly. She was very careful with her wording because she knows how respected Hila is, and she knew not to start anything with Hila. So she kept it at Ethan, that he's not warm, he's not receptive when she first gets to the house. So he even says, oh, you said it about Hila. And then he switched it to, yeah, you said it about me. Yeah, I agree. She said it about him, not Hila, but let me know if I'm wrong.
You say she doesn't greet you nicely.
I've never said that about Hila, ever. I've said that about you. I've never said that about Hila. Find that in the tape. Like, I hate when you say that stuff, just like last episode.
You always say it,
I
and
did tell you
it's
that there
not
was a
true.
Britney episode and you never find it, and then you just glaze over it. You're like, you did say that. Show me where I said that in a video or anything. I never said that once about Hila. Like, that's bullshit. I hate when you put that shit in my mouth. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah, it's true. It sucks when people say things that you said when you didn't. Yeah, because I agree with Trisha. I don't recall her saying Hila does not greet her properly or anything like that. This is the first time in the first episode where I heard her say that Hila doesn't like her. She's never mentioned stuff like that before.
I feel like you just did it now. You talk about how she doesn't like you. And he was like, I like her. I don't want you to keep saying that.
Fucking tapes. I said have her as a guest on because people think she doesn't like me and that I don't like her. And that's not true. And that's why I think she should be on. And then you're like, cut that. We can't talk about her. Oh, okay. She's too fucking good for this podcast. Cool. Love that. Can we have Hila as a guest on our podcast?
No.
Why? Because people think like I hate her or she doesn't like me or something. Like, I feel like we need to have like, because like, you know what I mean? Like, I like Hila so much.
She could sit in. Yeah, she could probably sit in.
You just said no. Now you're like,
just a snap judgment. She's busy. Don't talk about Hila. We're cutting this part out. She doesn't want to be talked about.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious. We have to cut this.
That's fucking crazy. Like, what's even the point? She doesn't want to be talked about?
Because she doesn't like that you're always bringing her up and saying how she doesn't like you and all this shit because it's not true and she finds it annoying because she doesn't want people to start thinking that, like, she doesn't actually like you.
Well, she doesn't.
Well,
she doesn't.
Well, whatever. Just cut it out, Dan. I'm serious.
Bitch, I don't give a shit. Leave it. I don't care. Cut it all out. Who cares? I just keep on with this. I don't care. Like, I don't care, and that's why I'm not comfortable coming in this house because, like, I'm sorry.
I'm not sure how to respond because I feel like you're having like a.
I said, let's just move on then.
An
We don't
issue.
have to talk about it anymore. You're the ones that talk about it.
Okay, let's move on. You want to move on?
For us, okay.
It's not like that. You guys can chat off
Don't
the
talk
show.
about me, even though I'm on the fucking H3 podcast channel for you guys, getting you guys more views overall, more subscribers overall. You guys were getting 300,000 views this summer, so fuck off. Oh, but I'm too good. Don't talk about me, even though you're on my fucking channel.
So you are taking credit for the renaissance of the H3 podcast.
For sure. You guys, of course, I saw it this summer. It was fucking tanking. But, and I'm on this, and people are more subscribing. People will say, I see it all the time. Not saying I'm the whatever, but people are like, oh, I came here because of Trish. Like, I found it. Because, of course, I bring a new audience to this channel. So it's like, but I'm too good for it to be talked about, even though I'm on the fucking H3 podcast channel.
You're literally taking
like this
something way
altogether,
outrageous.
honestly. And then not in this house. Like, I feel uncomfortable coming here.
I don't know what to do because you're having like a moment.
I'm not. I'm like, honestly, can just move on from it. But like, I just hate people who think they're just too fucking good for shit.
It's not she's too good.
She has a fucking podcast. When you have a podcast, you're talked about. Your life's talked about. You guys talked about Moses and me.
Dude,
well before we did this podcast, you guys talked about us. Never once asked me anything.
No, it's because you always make the same comment about her.
Asked me one thing this summer.
You see that jump? Her hair's pulled back. She already put the Vaseline on her lips. She is ready for a fight. Ethan did not flinch. Whoa.
Or when we Moses started dating. You never, but you guys talked about me.
I don't even know what you're on about.
Just all this
She
shit.
just doesn't want you.
She's
too
not
good. Too good.
Don't fucking mention my name. Meanwhile, you guys can talk about whoever you want. You guys talked about me all spring without
You can talk about whatever
Why would they ask you if they could talk about you? That's kind of weird, though.
you want to. She just doesn't like that you always come on and make the same comment.
Podcast. She's not a fucking private figure. She has a
No,
podcast
but
on this fucking
you guys
channel.
are family. It's different.
No, fuck off.
You're
Fuck her.
you're with her brother.
It's weird that she doesn't see the difference when he brought up, like, it's family, so you want to be a little bit respectful. But again, he did bring up certain things, too, about her in the first episode of Frenemies. And she understands because she has her mom and sister. Oh, she has a brother that she keeps very, very private, and she knows not to bring him up, you know, in her later videos and stuff. She doesn't mention her brother anymore as much. I would consider him a private person. I've never seen Ethan really dig in deep to what her brother is up to. So yeah, there are boundaries.
I won't come back here. Like, if you want me, I know you guys own that fucking building too, but like, I'm not gonna come back in this house because I'm so over it.
You hear that already? She's telling them, I know you own a building. So I'm taking it as she's saying, we are going to now meet in that building because she is not coming back to that house. You remember in the future what she says about that building, but we'll get to that eventually. But there it is. She said it here. I know you have that building. I'm not coming back into this house. The building where they eventually moved their whole studio to, and now where they work from.
She has a fucking podcast. She's a public
What about
figure.
the pizza
you guys
surprise?
talk shit about us. Like, I'm so fucking over it.
Dude, it's not like that.
But it is. You guys had free reign to talk about, especially me. You guys didn't even contact me. You guys were talking to Moses, but not me, and talked about me all spring. My relationship with
family
Moses,
issue.
all this stuff.
I believe that they did, only because I remember they did 2 episodes. I think it was in April, right? They did 2 early episodes about it, and I figure maybe then is when Moses told him to stop talking about it, because I am not aware if they mentioned it ever again. I just know that the first 2 times they talked about it, but I didn't remember anything else. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Family issue.
Okay.
It's between Moses and Hila.
Okay, cool. Great.
Why don't you believe
And
that?
it was between me and Moses this spring, but you guys had a fucking chime in about, I don't like it. That's
Yeah,
what she said.
and
Hila
when
specifically
Moses-
was like, I don't like it. I don't like it.
When
It's
Moses
like,
asked me not to talk about it, we stopped talking about
you
it.
guys didn't.
Yes, we did. After the time when I showed the text between
Whatever. All this is gonna be cut. It's so pointless. I literally don't care. Cut it. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit about you guys. Like, I literally don't care. And Moses doesn't like you, and you guys don't like him, and that's cool. I'm
see, that's
happy to be.
that you can't. That's stupid.
But it's true. It's so
well,
true.
that's fucked up. That's
You
the
guys
kind
are
of. That's the kind of.
It is true, Trisha. I agree with you. It is true, but he's thinking now you're just, trying to cause problems, but you were speaking truth, which is what made it all the more hard to deal with, because even though you're speaking truth, and then Hila was probably trying to talk to Moses about it behind the scenes, and Moses is telling her, hey, no, that's not true, that's not true. That's me speculating, right? But we're going to see what Moses says behind the scenes, okay?
Shit you say that makes Hila mad because you go, Moses doesn't like you, and so
For her
what
to
you're
be
doing,
like,
you're doing is you're causing
no.
problems in their family.
That's so not true.
And that's fucked
She
up.
goes, you told
and
Trisha this.
she doesn't
no
want any more of that.
excuses. It's like, who the fuck are you, bitch?
Say what?
Looks like she has a direct Hila quote. How did she get that?
What did she say?
She said, I read it. I saw it because I was on fucking TikTok.
Yeah,
watching
maybe you
it.
shouldn't read his private fucking message
When
with
I'm
his
on
sisters.
TikTok and there's a message that comes up and I see it, I'm not reading it. I see it.
Yeah,
and
no,
I see my
you're
name
reading his
being
private
brought up.
messages with his sister. You shouldn't do that unless he shares it with you.
And he does.
Okay, so what did he say?
Oh, yeah. Let's get into it. What did she say? You got permission.
So what did she say?
We're not even talking about it.
It's-
Yeah, wait. Why are we talking about it? All that built up. And now we're asking you directly because Ethan speaks for we the people. What did Hila say in those text messages that are about you that made you so angry? I don't want to say. You know why she doesn't want to say? Because Hila isn't saying anything about Trisha in the text messages. At least nothing bad. The most I can see Hila saying is, why is Trisha saying that, which is what she said. That's all she's saying. Hila's saying. Hila is not talking badly about Trisha. And you know why I know? Because Trisha did not say anything. Because if Hila was calling Trisha out her name, Trisha would have said, oh yeah, why did Hila say this, and this about me? How dare she? I can't believe she said that about me. But she didn't. All of a sudden, she's as quiet as a mouse. Because Hila didn't say anything about her. And that's what I realize now watching this back a second time. But wait, there's more. There's more that comes up. There's more.
Look, exactly. This is
but
what she
when
doesn't
my
want.
name's being brought up, I'm not going to fucking
She's
whatever.
not talking about you. She's having a conversation with her brother.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. And then we'll just move on.
And that's why Hila had no reason to call Trisha. Here's my thinking. Trisha mentioned before that she sees Moses' texts and what they're seeing in the family. So I'm sure Hila probably said to Moses, hey, you know what? I just want to make sure I'm talking to you. And I could picture, this is me. This is speculation, okay? You guys, yeah, I know I don't know them. I'm just speculating. Just ride with me. I can see Hila saying, okay, Moses, I want to talk to you, but, I want us to talk, have between us. And Moses saying, no, I'm reading the messages. I make sure Trisha doesn't read my messages, my personal family messages. So yeah, I can see at 1 a.m, Hila texting her brother, trying to have a private conversation, and Trisha reading these messages. And this is what makes me look at this whole argument another way. When last year I was 100% on Trisha's side, and now I see what's really going on here. Trisha has all the information. Hila does not. Trisha knows the private messaging going on. So she knows Hila is upset with what's going on. So when she saw the first couple of episodes and the part where she mentions the mother not being invited to the wedding and she noticed that it's cut out, she's saying now, like, how come you guys didn't tell me it was cut out? And I was with her like, yeah, it was kind of embarrassing. You guys should have told her, had a conversation with her beforehand than to just cut it and not tell her. But I feel like Trisha knows because she's reading the messages. So she was continuing to pick at that part about not being invited to the wedding. And here's the thing. She'd pick at it and Ethan would kind of allow it because it doesn't really bother Ethan because it's not Ethan's mom, it's Ethan's mother-in-law and it's Ethan's wife's family. So even if it irked him, it's not going to irk him the same amount as it would irk Hila. So Trisha would bring it up, but Trisha in bringing it up, she knew she wasn't hurting Ethan, but she knew she was hurting Hila because she could read those messages and she can read the family group chat. And Moses would translate what was going on. See, that's what they were doing. I know it's dumb. But I'm just realizing it. They were, that makes so much sense. They were communicating in Hebrew because they're from Israel. So Hila thought she can get away with texting Moses because it's in another language. And she figured that Trisha wouldn't know because Trisha cannot read their language. Meanwhile, Trisha is getting it translated from Moses. She could have copied and pasted on Google, but I want to more speculate that Moses is translating for her because Moses knows she could copy and paste on Google. That's what happened. Since Trisha knows everything, has all the information, Hila doesn't, Trisha was the one to go to Hila or pick up the phone and call Hila and say, Hila, we need to talk this out because this is what I'm reading. So we need to sort this all out right now. It's not for Hila to call you because Hila doesn't know that you know that what she's writing. No, I was wrong. Hila should not have called you. You should have called Hila because you're the one with the problem with Hila. Hila's problem is not with you. Hila's problem is with Moses. That's why she's not bothering you because it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with Moses. You have a problem with Hila because maybe you see your name in the text even though she's not saying anything bad about you. But it's for you now because you saw a private message to call Hila and say, you know what, let's sort this out because I don't like seeing my name. How is Hila supposed to call you when she doesn't know that you're mad at her? You're supposed to call Hila because you know that you're mad at her. So Trisha, you were wrong for that in this case. And it took me a while, but I finally saw it. I still think you were right in episode 5 though. Don't at me.
You don't want to eat the pizza?
We can finish this episode, but I'm just telling you.
Are you still excited for the pizza or
Right,
no?
yeah, I can't wait.
That's sarcastic. I'm still excited for the pizza. Can we move past this?
I'm gonna have a kid, I'm not gonna have nannies, that's for damn sure.
What does that mean?